Hello.
Hello.
Happy Friday. When we record this.
Is it Friday?
It is Friday.
Okay.
This week has gotten a little bit lost. Normally on spring break we leave.
We're at the airports.
We're traveling around and hiking volcanoes and random places, and
this year we're home.
This year we are sitting at home. We completed a puzzle, 1,000 pieces in 2 days.
That's pretty.
Don't be too jealous.
It's pretty awesome. I was addicted.
Well, it helps when you have that kind of personality.
That's right. You gotta finish what you start.
You sure do, and that's it works. So, but speaking of trips,
yeah, travel.
So it's been a while since we've talked about that, and we were recently kind of confronted with the idea of like, has there been a trip that you regret? Yeah. That you just were like, I wish we hadn't gone on that one.
Yeah, or saved your money and done something else.
Yeah, like gone somewhere else or whatever. And hot take, but both of us had this, like, so for those of you who follow, like, we travel all the time. We've gone a lot of different places.
Pretty much any break we're gone.
And while we've had some like we have had some like
unfortunate events,
but we've also had like trips that just didn't, like, like when we went to Costa Rica, it just rained the whole time, and
outside of like,
and it wasn't like what we thought. Or like when we went to Panama, it was cool in the old city, but it wasn't like wowie.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
A lot of okay trips.
But like, I don't regret those. Like, I'm really glad we went on those.
Yep.
There's been some that are overwhelming. Yep. We talked about like there's cultural ones. Like for me, and this can be a later episode or whatever, but like for me, Morocco was extremely overwhelming at times, to the point of discomfort. Mm-hmm. But I don't regret going. Mm-hmm. But when we thought about it, and it was the question of, do you regret any trip? Do you wish that you would have gone somewhere else? Both of us had the same answer.
Yeah. You
want to say it on 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to tell you where we regret going on 3. Okay. Like, out of all the places in the world, and this is going to be a hot take, and some of you are not going to agree. And I'm okay with that because I stand by one.
Yeah.
I fully stand by this. Okay. So, you ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Hawaii. It's one of those places. So we lived in Europe for a while, and we've seen pretty much all, I would say 90% of Europe, like every country within the European Union. Mm-hmm. And one of the places that I didn't want to visit in Europe was Italy, because I feel
you were like, don't go there. Just
because everybody loves it, and I was like, well, if everybody loves it, it's probably dumb, and I don't want to be whatever. And it actually, fair.
Like, it feels like it's gonna end up being a tourist trap.
Yeah, or cliche or whatever, and it really was amazing.
We actually really
most of Italy is pretty amazing.
We ended up in Italy 3 times.
Yeah, we've driven there, we've flown there, we've done a lot. So Italy's pretty great.
It was wonderful.
And so I kind of felt the same way about Hawaii. Of it's going to be, everybody loves it, and I get that Hawaii is composed of many islands.
And so a few, not many. Yeah,
there's a lot. Yeah. And so we had I don't know, how many years ago was this?
3 years ago?
About 3 years ago, Christmas break, we went to Hawaii as a family, to Big Island.
To the big one, yep.
And
credit where credit's due. The nice part with where we went was we only had to pay for flights.
Yeah.
So that I will say that was like
a bonus.
That was a bonus.
We had our own little condo.
Mm-hmm. There was like a timeshare thing, and
it had a pool, and it had,
So
there's things that were okay.
Like when we were pitched.
Bless you.
When we were pitched the idea it sounded really good because it was like, oh, you pay for flight. Because like Hawaii's always been one of those places for me that it's like it's so stinking like it takes forever to get there. It's like a 6-hour flight from where we're
even
at.
From where we're on the West Coast.
Yeah, like it
from
takes,
Portland to there.
It takes an eon to get there, and then
which isn't, 6 hours is 6 hours. But.
It is, but so you get there, and then like everything is so expensive, and so for me, I'm like, I would rather go to the Bahamas where it's cheaper, or like Puerto Rico where it's cheaper to get there, it's cheaper to stay there.
Yeah.
And you still get island vibes. So for me, Hawaii has always been like meh. But then we had this opportunity open up, and we were like, oh, well, if we only have to pay for flights.
Yeah.
And it was not just us. It was going to be my parents and my sister and her husband and family.
Yeah. So it was a multi-family.
Like Christmas trip away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Multi-family thing.
Yeah. And I did no research on Hawaii. What I know about Hawaii is probably very basic.
Mm-hmm.
I figured in my mind all the islands were similar.
Yeah.
Like the way.
But they're not.
And they're not. Their Big Island was very different as far as the outdoor recreation.
What we've been told later is like.
For what we expected was a different. Some of the other islands, and so
what we were looking at were like pictures of Maui.
Yeah, I imagined Jurassic Park.
Yeah, like Maui, Kauai, like those kind of areas, and that's not what we got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was not. It was dry.
It wasn't dry.
And there was like the landscape, and goats, and
it was a lot of goats. Yeah.
Cloud cover and
it ended up being like it actually rained almost every day.
Rocky beaches
and like not just a little bit of rain, but like torrential downpour. Almost the whole time we were there, like we could not go to the pool. We could not go to the beach.
You could, but it wasn't nice.
Well, we could have, yes. To be fair, we could have, but it was like horrible outside. Like it really legitimately, like we went to the other side of the island one day, and it was still just.
What was that place called? Hilo. I'm
probably saying it wrong.
Hilo,
maybe Hilo. I don't know. You can tell me if I'm wrong. Giant bananas.
They had a cool farmer's market.
They had a really cool farmer's market that thankfully had cover, because it was raining the whole time.
Yeah. It just, overall, the trip was kind of meh. And sorry for anybody who's from Hawaii.
It just didn't, like, there wasn't anything about Hawaii that I was like.
And we don't, like, when we travel, we don't really stay in resorts or things. Like, the condo timeshare was free. That's why we stayed there. I guess I felt when we went to Hawaii, I never really felt the culture.
Yeah.
Like a Hawaiian culture. I felt like everything was very Americanized, which I felt like it is America.
We could be in Oregon, or like we could be anywhere.
Like any coastal vibe of any place that like it's on a coast and that feeling. Yeah. I don't know. It was expensive and it wasn't. I don't know.
Like there was no food. Well, I take that back. We did like the poke. Like we
and the what do you call it? The soft serve.
Yeah. Oh, soft serve. Oh, the like ice.
Shaved ice.
We did like that.
With the soft serve in the middle.
It's great. But to be fair, so like it was stupid. To be fair, so like this trip.
So why was this trip a bunk?
This trip, so for me, I think that it had all of the recipe for being really good.
There was amazing things on the trip. There was just a lot of.
There were some good things, but like but like the stress ended up outweighing anything else. Like going into it, there was tension.
Yeah, we had shirts made that had like.
That wasn't the tension, but
no, that was cool.
We did have shirts made, and then
family reunion.
So, yeah, family shirts, and then
those people.
But like we went into it with tension because there was like a lot of it, like expectation layered on when you travel with family that we probably should have sorted out like way ahead of time.
Yeah, there's basically a lot of cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah,
And
so there was already like this layer of like, oh man, this is what so and so wants to do, and this is what we want to do, and she got a car, and we got a car, and like all of these different like who's paying for what.
And it ended up being part of that was everyone in our party except for our family had been there before.
Yeah. And well, no. That's no. My parents hadn't gone.
Oh, well, they'd been to Hawaii, haven't they?
No.
Oh, well, I felt like everybody had an agenda. We were kind of everybody got there earlier than us.
By like a day. It wasn't like that.
And
wasn't.
There was already plans that we weren't aware of.
Yeah. So like we landed, and
so it made a lot of tension.
Yeah. So and there were like things that we wanted to do that like other people didn't want to do, and so it was like already this like how do we navigate this? And then like 2 days into it, my dad went into the hospital. So like that was like as much as I'm like that was I wish I hadn't gone to Hawaii. I'm also like glad that I was there for that piece, I guess. But like he ended up in the ER and like the ICU, and it was like there was like a moment really scary.
Yeah.
Where we weren't sure that he was gonna make it back to the US with it. Like like it was really, really scary. And so he was in the hospital. That's actually where we found the best poke. It was like driving back from the hospital one day. But we ended up doing that almost daily, going to the hospital to visit him, and then trying to like also be tourists at the same time. So it was like, oh, let's go to the hospital and visit my dad who's really not doing well, and then go to this coffee plantation.
Yeah.
Like it just felt
emotionally it was a highs and lows. And then expectations for everybody.
But then like that added a whole layer of stress, and then like tension. None of us are being our best selves anymore. Like we're all so stressed out and scared that like none of us are like like I will take on like I was not my best self. I was like super stressed.
Yeah. There was 11 of us, I believe, in total.
With kids.
Counting the kids.
Yeah.
So there was a lot. So anywhere we went was a feat just to like park.
Yeah, my sister rented a van.
Have reservations for
and it 11 wasn't
people,
enough room.
Of little elementary aged kids to high school kids to like, even when your dad got out, it was still like somebody who was still
he didn't get out while we were
struggling. Or was it before?
That was before.
So just elderly town to like elementary school age, and there's 11 of us. It was a tough to figure that out and get everybody to go places. And
like at one point I remember sitting in my mom's little condo, and she was just like looking up flights to leave early.
Yeah, who does that? Like, I mean, people probably do all the time. You go somewhere, you're like, can I get an earlier trip home?
And then like talking to her, I was like, hey, what do you want to do with all these shirts that you bought?
All these custom shirts that we bought.
And my mom was like, I'm going to burn them.
I'm going to burn this. I wanted to make dumpster fire ornaments for everybody instead of the shirts.
Yeah. It was a dumpster fire. It was that bad. And like you said, there were moments of like, okay.
Yeah, there were some great hikes.
Or like cookouts. Like there was like that one evening that we had like on the barbecue, we put like some fish down, and we did like a whole
some cool little hiking spots,
and there were some hiking spots,
smaller beaches that we found.
And you and the boys went up to the volcano.
Yep, to see.
And
sunset,
and like some of the coffee stuff was cool, like learning about that. And then we did the comedy night. That was pretty fun. Yeah. But like. My nephew split his chin open on a rock at the beach.
Yeah. Because the beaches were rocky.
Because the beaches were super rocky.
And rough. Yeah. Overall. And then we spent a lot of time at Costco. And it's like.
We did spend a lot of time at Costco. But then also like. Because that's like the only place where you could get like affordable food.
For 11 people.
For 11 people. And then like. I would say like dinners out weren't good either. Like I feel like. When we went out, even that last night, like we went and got like a giant like ice cream thing with Dylan.
Yeah, his cake was pretty cool looking. I don't know if it tasted well.
Yeah, I don't know.
We got like Mai Tais or something, like giant mixed drinks.
But it wasn't like, none of it was like, whoa, we should write home about
it. It was
this.
whoa because it was giant. It was like,
it was big. This cake was like
one
really,
of those like 30 layers.
It was like a foot and a half tall.
And the drink was like 40 ounces of a mixed drink.
Yeah.
With a shot on the side.
Yeah. But I would say, like, all in all, like, there wasn't any food that I was like, oh man, this is like, I'm never going to be able to eat this again. And there wasn't any time that I was there that I was like, this is epic.
This is where I want to retire.
Yeah.
I want to live here.
Never.
It was,
I would not
never,
live there.
I had never that experience of, I want to be.
I feel like in almost every, like, I have felt that way.
That's always the gauge.
That's always the gauge. But, like, even in, like, Romania or, like, these random places, I've been like,
I would come back.
Like, I could come back.
Different season, try it again.
I had legitimately have zero desire to go back to Hawaii.
I don't say that.
Really?
I would try.
You would go back?
Not to Big Island.
Okay. Where would you go?
I mean, I would try one of the other islands.
I feel like it's going to be...
I would try it. I would give it a shot.
I feel like it's going to be like... When we went to Alaska, it was stupid expensive. But at least you have, like, Denali.
And things to do. I would go back to Alaska, too, because there's things
and you're not landlocked. And you could, like, drive somewhere, you know? I feel like with Hawaii, like, once you're on an island, you're just kind of, like, stuck.
Yeah. It definitely, for the bang for your buck.
Not worth it.
Not worth it.
Go to Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
100% go to Puerto Rico instead.
Any of the Caribbean islands would probably be better.
But definitely Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
That was, if you can't tell, Puerto Rico was one of my favorite places we've been in the recent years.
Yeah.
Or Guatemala. Go to Guatemala. Yeah. Don't waste your money on Hawaii.
Yeah. It's a little bit, I don't know, better. We liked all those places way more than the Hawaiian Islands.
Like way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like food, people.
And it was cheaper, if not comparable in price.
Way cheaper.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say comparable because, like, Guatemala, we flew to and it was like $300 a person.
Yeah.
So it was like super cheap. And then once you get there, it's like for a really nice, like that first place that we stayed that was like gorgeous. Like you have this beautiful, like you walk out your front, your room is gorgeous. That first place we stayed, it was like, oh my goodness, like beautiful. But then you walk out your front door and there's a volcano right there, an active volcano. So you can see like the smoke coming up every morning. And then there's like this beautiful garden that you get to eat breakfast in, and they serve you breakfast every day. And it's like this whole thing. And for that, it was like $115 a night.
True.
Like it was so affordable to be in Guatemala, and like foods and stuff. Like that guy that was selling pastries out the back of his car.
Back of the Volvo.
Like some of the best pastries I've ever had in my life out of the back of a Volvo. And those were cheap. And like the food was affordable. Like the chili relleno sandwich thing. I don't even know. It was so good. It was like a sandwich, but it was with the chili relleno.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it was like so affordable. And we got that for like $1 a piece. It was so cheap.
The opposite.
It was the opposite in Hawaii. Everything was like really expensive and not that good. And we didn't get any culture. Like there weren't any at least where we were, I feel like there was nobody who actually lived in Hawaii.
Yeah, it felt it was like everybody was a transplant or a tourist.
Yeah.
Or everything that was around was made for tourism.
Like everybody knew that was like, oh, I'm from Seattle, or I'm from like
I'm visiting. This is my timeshare. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just not our thing. Like
it's not our thing.
Kind
It's
of
not
like
the
if
way
we go.
Like to travel.
I mean, there's people that go to like all-inclusive resorts and never leave those resorts, and that's just not our style either.
No.
So maybe that's kind of a similar vibe. It just Hawaii.
Hawaii is a letdown. Sorry.
The one that we wish either went wildly different or you know.
It was.
Anyway, that's that. So let us know. Have you taken a vacation
that was you a flop? Regretted?
Do you love Hawaii and you're just mad at us right now?
Yeah, it's probably clickbait for the anger. Yeah, I think a lot of trips could either end up being just a letdown or it was just because of the circumstances, whether it's weather or health.
Circumstances have a lot to do with it.
Ended up being a flop. And I think Hawaii was a letdown in all three.
Yeah.
It was weather-wise, the people we were with.
Well, the people we were with were fine.
Yeah, it just ended up being like the tension.
The tension it was just and the flop. Sickness and the,
injuries and, it was just a flop.
Yeah.
You mix in the holiday cheer and there wasn't any of that.
There was no holiday cheer. No. By Christmas Day, we were like, get us out of here. Let's just go. Yeah. But we still had to be there for like a whole other week. Anyway. So let us know what you think. Sorry if I offended you. And we'll talk to you later.
Bye, guys.
Keep following us. Sorry. Bye, guys.